משנכנס אדר, מרבים בשמך, ראש חודש טוב ומבורך. It says in Sefer Yitro, the book which is miyuchas to Avraham Avinu, it's also a book in which a person could learn how to make and create things. It says, המליך אות קוף בשחוק, וקשר לו כתר, וצר בו דגים בעולם, והדר בשנה, ותחול בנפש, זכר ונקבה. עד כאן. It says in Sefer Yetzirah that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the month of Adar, he put the letter Kuf in laughter, and he put a crown on it. He put fish, meaning Pisces, as the mazal, as the zodiac, and Adar as the name of the month. And it goes on also to body parts, but Sefer Yetzirah talks about different things in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu used in order to create the world, and we see that the month of Adar was the letter of Kuf, and then it says the month of Nisan is the letter Hey, and it's very interesting that the letter Kuf and the letter Hey are the only two letters that aren't one piece, meaning they're built up of two pieces. The Hey has like a little dalet or a resh, depending on if it's a Sfaradi or Ashkenazi writing, and then a yud on the bottom. And the Kuf also has a little resh and then a long nun on the bottom. So these are two letters that are built from two letters. They're not just one piece. What is behind this concept? The Bnei Sachal talks about it in depth, but he says that Adar was the month in which Haman HaRasha, Yimach Shemo V'zichro, made a raffle and realized that Moshe Rabbeinu died on this month, and he thought that that month he's going to be able to overcome Am Yisrael. So it seems like that month to him in the zodiac looked like a month in which he's going to be able to overcome. And not only that, Kuf is a letter of the Satan, and we know the Satan is the snake, and Paro and Haman HaRasha were reincarnations of the snake. Nisan, which is the month of miracles, is Hey, which has the letter of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yud and Hey and Vav and Hey. It says Behe Beram, HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world with the letter Hey. Hey is one of the names of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, one of the letters of the names of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The difference is this: Nisan, which is letter Hey, is open miracles. It's openly the name of God. But Adar, which is Kuf, looks like it's the name of the Satan. But we have to understand, whenever the Satan or the evil side has any power in this world, the only power he has comes through the good side. The only time he has sustenance is from the good side. He doesn't have any sustenance from himself. And another thing, why is the letter for the Satan Kuf and the letter for HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hey, what does it come to symbolize? We know in the Zohar it says that there is a concept of Eshet Znunim and Eshet Chayil. And Eshet Chayil is a woman that does good, and Eshet Znunim is a cheating woman, Kivyachol. Eshet Chayil is a HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Eshet Znunim is the Satan, and Eshet Chayil is the Hey, and the Kuf is the Eshet Znunim. Now, why are they so similar? Two of them are women that are basically trying to copy, well, not try to copy each other. The bad side is trying to copy the good side, because whenever the bad side exists, he has to get his nourishments from the good side, and we see that in the letters of Kuf and Hey. That Kuf is just like a Hey; it's almost the same. The only difference is that it has a little long nun, which signifies the Nachash HaKadmoni, the snake from the original sin. And why Kuf, Dafka? Because Kuf in Hebrew means kof, means a monkey. And what does a monkey do? Monkey say, monkey do. Every time a monkey sees something done, he tries to copy and do as the other does, just like the Satan always tries to copy and do like the good side does. So before we continue to the Parsha, I just want to say, Mishenichnas Adar marbim besimcha, we add in happiness. What does it mean we add in happiness? Meaning we have a mitzvah to be happy all the time. But on Adar, we have to be extra happy. So remember, guys, to be extra happy. Now to the Parasha. Now, since last week I wasn't able to make a video on the Parsha, let's try to connect last week and this week. Last week was the Parashat Yitro, the Parasha of receiving the Torah. This week is Parashat Mishpatim, a bunch of different laws in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us Ben Adam Lechavero. Now we ended off last week's Parsha with a mitzvah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to create a mizbeach that shall be filled with earth. Now, before we continue to what this signifies, we have to understand that it says, "V'asitem li mikdash v'shachanti betocham," that when HaKadosh Baruch Hu commanded us to make a bet HaMikdash, to make the Mishkan, he was really also telling us more than that. It says, V'shachanti betocham. You'll make me a mikdash, and I should dwell amongst them. What does that mean? In them, inside of them. That actually means inside of a person, meaning that just like there's a building of the Beit HaMikdash, so to each person, your body, who you are, is also a mikdash, is also a dwelling place for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and that's why it says, I will dwell in you. Now, the heart of the person is where is what's compared to the Mizbech. Why? We say in the Leshem Yichud, when we put on tefillin, that we put on the tefillin on the hand, keneged alev, keneged the heart, and the tefillin of the head, of the Rosh, keneged amoach. Yeah, compared to the brain, because of the brain. And it says in the Leshem Yichud that the brain is the place which the neshama lives, and the heart is the place which the ta'avot, the inclinations, the evil inclinations, and physical desires live in the heart. And that is why the Mizbech is in the heart. Why? Because whenever we want to work on ourselves, we do Avodat HaMidot, that work is in the heart. Now, we said the Mizbech is the heart of the person in which he works on the Ta'avot. And we see there's a mitzvah to make that heart, to make that Mizbech with Adama inside of it. We know that the Mizbech, there was work done on the Mizbech with 4 elements that we said earlier, which is earth, like we said, the earth inside of the Mizbech. Then there's wind. What was the wind? That whenever we'd give korbanot, we would have to also say vidui on the korbanot, which is speech. And then we have the next level, which is fire. We would burn the korbanot. And water, once a year. During Sukkot, they would bring water libations onto the Mizbech. Now, if we said that the Mizbech is the heart, and the heart is where we work on our midot, then we also know that the Gaon Mivilna says that the midot are mushrash in those 4 elements. So the first midah we said was earth. What does earth signify? Earth signifies atzlut, being lazy. And why does it start there? Because when a person works on himself, what's the first thing he must work on? Is laziness. Because if a person is lazy, he could never change himself. The next level is, we said, ruach, which is speech. A person must always guard his mouth, guard his tongue, and more than that, stand behind what he says. We also know that everything starts with machshava, thought, then dibur, and then maaseh. He must go from thought to speech, and then he could go to action. So that's working on the element of ruach. The next level is fire. Fire signifies anger. A person must work on his anger in order to work on his midot. And above that is water, which is all other physical desires, which is usually sexual immoralities. That is water. Adds the Baal HaTanya that there is also the main 2 avodot that was done on the Mizbeach was fire and water. Throughout the whole year, fire, obviously, and water, like we said on Sukkot. Now we know that in Sukkot, when they would do the water libations, it was the most happy time of the year. So much so that the Gemara says, "Mi shelo ra'a simchat bet hashoeva beyamav, lo ra'a simcha meyamav." Whoever didn't see simchat bet hashoeva hasn't seen happiness in his life. What is behind this happiness? He says beautifully like this: the work of fire that we have throughout the year. What does fire signify? Fire is something that always is going up, is always from bottom to top, which means the love that we have for HaKadosh Baruch Hu is love mirachok, from afar. We're always yearning to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but He's not down here with us. We're just yearning to get with Him, and Bezrat Hashem, as we work on ourselves, we get closer and closer, but it's up to us. On Sukkot, it's water. Water signifies something that starts from the top and goes to the bottom. As we know, Torah is compared to water because Torah could seep to the lowest places and could touch the lowest souls. Yeah? On Sukkot, that we put the water and we get so happy. Why is that? Because on Sukkot, HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes down to us. He is able, even when a person is in the lowest place, he's able to tap into that happiness, tap into that spiritual source, and get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So Yehi Ratzon, we should be able to always tap into that spiritual choice, and Mashiach should come, and we should be able to overcome all these difficult tragedies that are going on right now in the war, and our leaders should have enough courage to continue and do the job that must be done in order to bring Mashiach b'meira b'yamenu. Amen. Shabbat shalom u'mevorach.